Excellent. Coincidentally, we have more show and a very funny woman to continue who plays all over New York City, and you will really enjoy her. Please welcome Jen Deaderick, everybody. How about a nice hand?
Hi. Oh, good they didn't lower it for Deborah. I was scared. She's so short. I'm so tall. It was hi. So my father's in the audience tonight. I don't know if he's over there. And hi, Dad. And so I'll be a little extra neurotic, which is fun. But also, I was thinking, at the end of the night, I'll pass out some questionnaires and some little yellow pencils. And what I want you to do, this will be fun. While you're watching the set, try to figure out what part of my neuroses comes from Dad and which part comes from Mom, who's not here. And then, I'll compare and put your number on it. And so next time I'm freaking out at like 4 in the morning, I'll call you if you win. And that'll be the prize, so it'll be good. Yeah, I know a lot of women comics. They come up here and they make fun of men, and it's sort of unfortunate. It's not really fair. I don't really want to do that, but it's so damn easy, So I have some little vignettes from my life that I'd like to illustrate in a sort of a comedy styling kind of way. Recently, I had this date with this guy who was only in town for the week, and we go out. I knew he was leaving at the end of the week. We talk for like 10 hours. We get to know each other. We really bond, And so at the end of the night, because I'm easy, I take him home. And sorry, Dad. So we're in my bed, and it's 5 in the morning, and he turns to me and he says, "Oh, by the way, Jen, I'm unable to love." Nice time to bring it up. It made me wonder if maybe we hadn't made a mistake, encouraging men to express their feelings, Wasn't it better maybe when they just said, "Sorry, little lady, gotta ride off with the cavalry come morning, It's not the settling down kind. I follow the sun, Gotta go with the wind, I was, "Oh, I'm unable to love. Oh, hold me, mommy." Oh, sorry. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah, I had a worse than this was a guy I had been dating for a year, and he broke up with me over the phone. Not classy. And he says, "Jen, it's like Janis Joplin said, freedom's just another word for nothing left to give." No, it's not. I mean, to have quoted Janis Joplin in breaking up with me to begin with but to misquote her was, just showed such a distinct lack of respect for me and for Janis. Didn't she suffer enough, Made me very upset. I had a third and final vignette involving men in my life. I had this a sort of a fling of an event, a time with a guy. Slept together a few times, we talked to each other, went on some dates. He bought me dinner once, and it was nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's cool. And then we did a little phone tag. He stopped calling, So I have to confront him because I know I'm going to see him again because we're in this theater group together. It's very complicated. You don't want to know. But anyway, so I call him, and he says, "Well, Jen, it was casual." Like I should have known because he wasn't wearing a tux. You know what I mean? Yeah. There I am in my strapless gown waiting for my corsage. Nothing. No, but for me with men, it's not debating them and reeling them in that I have the problem with. It's the clubbing them and getting them into the freezer. That's where I have my problems. No, I don't hate men. I actually like men, especially when I'm not dating them, and particularly in my imagination. But I'm not really talking sexual fantasies. My fantasies are more like John Cusack's in the kitchen making me coffee, like that. And maybe Johnny Depp's in there baking me a cake, Because sex I can get, but cake, something else. And I hear Depp's cake's really good, so. Yeah, but I don't know. It's silly to worry about these things in this post-Cold War time. I mean, at any moment, of course, some freak with a bomb could just blow us up. I mean, my grandmother could now get like an MX missile. And frankly, she's been making a lot of calls to the Ukraine. I'm a little worried. A few too many. Well, what are we worried about in this country? Aliens. Aliens. We got Will Smith kicking alien ass every summer, right? We got X-Files, we got all that. I liked Independence Day, where the president flies in that F-37 or whatever it was, and flies up and fights the aliens, blows them up, And I actually heard people as we left the theater saying, oh yeah, like Clinton could do that. That's why we elected him. Moral upstanding and alien ass kicking. That's what we want in a president. Oh yeah, so they actually, the Pentagon, or rather a representative for the Pentagon, not the building, was asked in a press conference whether or not they actually had plans in case of alien attack. To which they replied, no. No, we don't, no. Very sad. Actually, in particular, I'm sort of worried about something else, a little more specific. Canada? Any of you worried about Canada? They're really quiet. You know what I mean? And they kind of look a little bit like us, but not quite, and they kind of talk a little bit like us, but not quite, kind of act a little like us, but not quite. And they sit up there, they have all that space, and they're sitting on top of us like a pillow pressed to a sleeping face. You know what I mean? Think about it. They got all that space for training armies, and they could do all sorts of weird, strange militia armies could be trained up there, and we don't spy on them. We don't have spy satellites trained on Canada, and they can just sneak in over here, over the borders. They just walk in, and notice, where are the big militia movements, huh? Name some states. We got Montana, Idaho, Michigan. What do they border on? Canada, that's right, Canada. Think about it. That's right. And they can just come in. Have you ever had a friend, where you don't really know much about them, they're kind of an acquaintance, And then one day it comes up, like 3 months into the friendship, oh, so where are you from? They say, like, Ottawa. You thought they were from Minnesota or something, you had no idea? They just sneak in. It's scary. It's a scary thing. I don't think you people are frightened enough. Just wait till you're speaking French and English together, and your shampoos are in both languages. Just wait. It's scary. You'll be scared then. Yeah. So I'm not really necessarily good at these audience-performer relationships. I'm kind of trouble. I'm a rebel, and I'd probably only hurt you in the end. No. I know you want me to stay, but please don't beg me, because I would only break your heart. So I'm just gonna go. Don't get emotional. I hate it when people get. I'm just gonna go. Okay. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Jen Deaderick, everybody. How about a nice hand there?